I'm Peter Westfield from Australian Innovation, and as you may know, we're very much involved with not just running a festival, but doing events and doing publications and doing all sorts of other things that relate to promoting and showcasing innovation and entrepreneurship. A good definition of innovation is change that makes a difference. In other words, looking at ways that you can actually improve the organisation, but it must have some sort of tangible outcome. Many people confuse the term innovation with being a risk taker, with being too much of an entrepreneur and not being aware of what really must happen within the organisation. Any good CEO must do two things. They must make sure that the organisation is going well, that there's appropriate cash flow, but he must also be mindful of what is happening out in the environment, what the competition is doing, what are some of the major trends and changes that will certainly impact not just on his organisation, but the industry sector that he operates within. And if you think about the term risk taker, I would argue that to be a risk taker, you are in fact not being innovative. You really need to look at that notion very closely. To not be a risk taker means that you are happy where things are, and you can actually be complacent. There's a lovely saying that I think George Bernard Shaw once made, that all progress is the actions of unreasonable men. And it is really fundamental that we actually not just encourage the notion of going out there and looking at those opportunities, but also not be fearful of failure. Of course, you cannot have failure that's going to have a major detrimental effect on the organisation. But there are so many great examples of great products and processes that have been invented and developed that were initially regarded as failures. For example, closer to home, we actually had Ralph Sarrige's orbital air engine. We had Graham Clark's cochlear implant. Probably the best example would be Jon Utsen's, when he developed, or when he designed and helped to develop, and in fact built the Sydney Opera House. All of those at one stage or another were regarded as failures. Now they're regarded as great icons of innovation, entrepreneurial endeavour, but they were actually put together by people that were prepared to go out a little bit on the limb, and we actually now have the benefit of their insight, of their foresight, and the great things that they actually achieve for the benefit of all of us. And if I can quote, as any good comedian will tell you, timing is everything. And now we see these great achievements as in fact being great initiatives that we can all enjoy.